Do you ever wake up thinking, fuck, I shouldn't have quit my job? My parents were right. This isn't secure at all. Well, I used to. I used to think that my biggest fear was letting my loved ones down. And then I moved to the land and I realized very quickly that my biggest fear is actually the Kerala monsoon and these guys. But the monsoon is also more of a boon than anything else. I think the real logistical challenge was that I started in a very remote place that was unknown to me, where I didn't speak the local language. The land was rocky and devoid of water. Oh, and I had no savings. And all this was extremely terrifying. But this journey isn't about fears. It is about a choice we are presented with each moment, and we make a decision based on fear or love. I started Gaia Grid as an exercise in love, and the idea was to create a self-sustaining sanctuary. And with the help of a modest fundraiser and some incredible volunteers, I started shaping the land. First, we had to stop water on the land, so we dug hundreds of these pits and filled them up with organic matter to create soil. We composted, collected cow manure, and mulched. We dug trenches to stop the downhill flow of rainwater and encouraged it to go sideways. The soil is terribly rocky. We built a small tool shed and a common space with the help of local tribal friends. After 6 months, once the roof was up, we got some solar panels so we could finally have lights at night. During the monsoon, we started planting trees. We received a grant from the Pollination Project that enabled us to plant 500 fruit trees. But there was a slight problem. The land didn't have any source of water when monsoon was over. So we had to purchase water, which we stored in this 2,000-liter water tank. And every week we would water each tree by hand. Lucky for us, more than 95% of the trees survived. We also collected a lot of organic matter to create soil, built a makeshift nursery so we could grow our own saplings, and constructed raised garden beds. It was truly incredible to see how much love there was in the people who came to help. They made Gaia their home. Work was never a chore and always fun. Well, mostly fun. We also created compost toilets and shower spaces. With more people coming in, the need arose to create a bigger living space. We won another grant, and with some more donations from close friends, we built this beautiful dorm that also doubles as a yoga and meditation space. Then finally, after 2.5 years of Gaia Grid, we got solar panels to get water onto the surface. One of the happiest days of my life. With access to water now, we irrigated the entire land and planted more trees. Gaia Grid was the talk of the town, and things were looking up. Then COVID struck, and like everyone else, it was a moment of crisis. But this is when I discovered true resilience. The land was functioning on its own, with very little interference from my end. During the lockdown days, I actually managed to eat 100% off of what I grew on the land. One of the most liberating feelings. I started with the goal of being self-resilient, not knowing whether I'll reach the goal. I didn't know how long it would take. Today, after 4.5 years, the land has water, shelter, electricity, and food is up and coming. And most importantly, I know that everything is alright. In this time, I have hosted over 400 people from different parts of India and the world. I've found incredible friends, and my faith in humanity and human kindness has been restored. Sometimes I replay this video multiple times of us working on the land in the early days. A few months before my dad passed away, he said something which I'll always remember. He said, "You're living the life I've always wanted to live. I'm not scared anymore."
come a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. We come a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise you like I should. Who praise you like I should? Praise you like I should. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. We've come a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. Ooh, I have to celebrate you, baby. Yeah, I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise you like I should. Yeah. Praise you like I should.